Hey guys, this is Peter from ContractLand, and today I'll be demoing the cross-chain token transferring technology we use in our exchange protocol. To provide some context, we are a decentralized exchange running on our own proof of authority platform-specific chain called Terra-Chain, and we achieve chain-agnostic trading via our bridging technology called the Terra-Bridge. The bridging technology allows us to transfer ERC20 tokens and Ether between any public chains such as Ethereum, Qtum, Neo, and Terra-Chain. In this demo, I'm going to show you the Terra-Bridge in action where we will transfer ERC20 tokens and Ether from the Ethereum Ropsten testnet onto a local Terra-Chain network that I've set up for demo purposes. As you can see, I've already logged on to my Ether wallet and connected to the Ropsten testnet. And as you can see, for this account, I currently have around 7 Ethers on this account, and I've created a token called TST, standing for test token, and I've given myself 100 units of this token. And on my MetaMask account, I've connected to localhost, which is the Terra-Chain instance that I'm running, and I have created 2 token instances. One is the representation of TST, that represents the same TST as I have on Ropsten, and one is for the representation of Ether on Ropsten. In my terminal, I've set up the client in the foreground so we can better visualize what is going on in doing a transfer. So on the top left corner, I've set up the sender client for the home side of the bridge, which is deployed on Terra-Chain. And on the top right side, I have the sender client for the foreign side of the bridge, which is deployed on Ropsten. Now, let's begin by transferring some TST from Ropsten to Terra. So I've written a script already that sends a transaction to the foreign side of the bridge on Ropsten, which alerts the validator of the Terra chain to perform the network transfer. And let's just run that script. So this script is triggering transactions on Ropsten, which is why it will take a while for a transaction to actually go through. And as you can see, the first transaction already went through, which is the approved transaction from the user to the bridge contract. Because it's an ERC20 token, we have to approve the contract first before the contract can do anything with the user's token. So after the approve message, we should also see a withdrawal message, which alerts the validators to perform the network transfer. See, the withdrawal message went through, and then we can see the home sender client has already triggered a message to mint the tokens on the home side. And you can see this transaction is the transaction for minting of the tokens, and this transaction is for this transaction, which matches the transaction that we just did on the foreign chain, which is the withdrawal transaction. And now if we go back to our MyEtherWallet account and refresh our token balance for TST, unfortunately MetaMask doesn't have, MyEtherWallet doesn't have auto refresh, so we have to delete the token first and then re-add it in order to see the updated balance. See, 18 decimal place. As you can see now, we have decremented our balance by 5. In the script, I'm sending 5 tokens over. So now if we go to our MetaMask, we should see 5 additional tokens under TST on our Terra-Chain account. There we go. So we have successfully transferred over the 5 TST from Ropsten to Terra-Chain. Now let's try to transfer over some Ether. So similar to transferring tokens over, we can transfer Ethers over from foreign chain to home chain, so from Ropsten to Terra in this case. The transferring of Ethers is a bit simpler because it's not a ERC20 token. It does not require allowance, so it doesn't require the user to approve the contract first. As you can see, you already generated a transaction hash, and which should have included 5 Ether in the transaction, as you can see here. And when this transaction goes through, and it just did, we should see the transfer on the sender client, which just happened. Now, if we go back to our MetaMask or MyEther wallet, we should see we have to refresh. We should see our Ether balance have decremented by 5. And if we go to our MetaMask account that is connected to Terra-chain on our local host, we should see our foreign Ether balance, the foreign Ether token balance increment by 5, and we did. So we've successfully transferred over Ether from Ropsten onto Terra-chain as an ERC20 token. And now let's transfer the tokens back. So we can do send. Again, this is a script that I've written already, and this can be easily done, easily be implemented on the user interface and can be done via the UI. We'll send the tokens back first, and we'll send the ethers back. So now we have sent back the tokens and ether from Terra back to Ropsten, and the transactions have went through. As you can see, when we're sending the tokens and ether from Terra to Ropsten, we're generating transactions. We're generating transactions on the home sender as well as foreign sender. This is because we need to collect this transaction signatures on the home side first, and then the validators will send the collected signatures to the foreign chain's bridging contract, and which will trigger the actual transfer. So if we go back to my Ether wallet and refresh our balance, reload our address, we should see now we have regained our 5 ethers back, and as well as our 5 TSTs back. Now we have 100 TST on our Ropsten account again. And if we go to our MetaMask, which is connected to Terra-chain, we should have lost 5 of the TST as well as 5 of the foreign ethers. And we did. So we have successfully transferred over the ERC20 token from Ropsten to Terra-chain, Ether from Ropsten to Terra-chain, and transferred them back from Terra-chain to Ropsten. So the Terra-Bridge in its current form functions as a general token bridge for the transfer of ERC20 tokens and Ether between 2 EVM-based chains. But in the future, you will expand to the transferring of all fungible and non-fungible tokens between all major public blockchain systems, including legacy ones such as Bitcoin and newer systems such as EOS. Thank you.